Hi. I was wondering that I already have three good Incarnon weapons. One being the Breton, second being the Lex, and the third being the Angstrom. But I don't really have a good Incarnon melee weapon. Let's fix that. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is me, Night Hunter. Today we are working with the Ceramic Dagger Incarnon, probably one of my most favorite Incarnon weapons. Because holy shit, this dagger does damage! Let's see how you actually get the weapon. To get the Ceramic Dagger, you actually have to go to Nora Nightwave. And if you are lucky, and if it's in the rotation, then you can actually get the Ceramic Dagger blueprint straight up from Nora Nightwave. Let's look at the stats real quick. The Ceramic Dagger has 40% crit chance, critical damage on 1.5, and status chance on 20%. The weapon doesn't do any kind of slash damage, so yeah, take that out of the window. The weapon, even though has a pretty decent amount of critical chance and kinda below average critical damage, but still it does its job pretty well. And the weapon also has 5 ribbon disposition, which makes the ribbons actually viable. If we talk about without any mods equipped, the weapon doesn't do good at all, to be honest. Like, look at this. Maybe 1,000? Yeah, I'm trying a lot. The Ceramic Dagger is not a bad weapon at all, but if you get the weapon, I would really suggest get the Incarnon adapter, because the Incarnon adapter makes this weapon very powerful. And there is one more niche thing that you need to get for this weapon, but that will be very worth it if you invest in it. The first evolution obviously being your Incarnon evolution. When you hit 5x combo multiplier, hit your heavy attack, and boom, you got yourself an Incarnon Dagger. The second one, I went with Breacher's Opportunity. On the third, Orcan Reach. And on the last one, Absolute Valve. You can go with Red Right Hand, but you won't need it because I'll show you something that's pretty hilarious. Let's look at the build real quick. In the stance, we have Pointed Wind because that is the best stance you can get for a dagger. I'm using Condition Overload because even though I'm not running a primer with this, like a Nuke Bar or an Epitaph, in the battlefield, you do get a lot of status effects on the enemy. So even if you're not running one of the primers, it's still pretty fine. But still, if you want to use base damage mod, I mean, you can swap it out with Pressure Point or maybe Sacrificial Pressure, whichever you like. Blood Rush for our normal stacking crit chance. Sacrificial Steel because I don't really need to explain. And Organ Shatter for our critical damage. Now, this gets a bit interesting. We are using an arcane called the Melee Doubting. Why? Because the more status chance and puncher that you stack on this weapon, the more critical damage you get. For example, if I take out Juggler's Barbs, see, the critical damage actually goes lower. But if I put it on, that gives me more status chance and puncher. So this goes up. And that's why we have Weeping Wounds, because the more combo multiplier you have, the more this arcane stacks. And it actually shows you in the battlefield. Let me show you real quick. As you can see right now, on the top right, it says 4.7. Now look at this. See that? Yeah. But now you might be wondering, okay, all these mods make sense, but why is there an empty mod slot here? Why I should not put something there? Well, this is probably the most flexible weapon I have in my arsenal right now. Why? Because you can basically put anything there that you want. I will suggest, if you're running a Warframe like Gauss or Volt, who can actually give you attack speed, then either go with like Gladiator Might, that'll give you a lot more critical damage, or you can go for Reach for some extra range. But if you're not running any of these Warframes, which can actually buff you by your attack speed, there are other Warframes that can do that as well. I'll suggest running Berserker Fury. This will give you a lot of attack speed, then something else. If you have Prime Fury, go for it, sure. Go. But this arcane is very beautiful. Now let's see how the weapon works in the battlefield. I'm not going to be using Zarathus for right now, I'm just going to be using the weapon by itself. Let's stack our mods. As you can see, it is slow. It is pretty slow, but look at it. See that? Let's get some attack speed here. Now look. This is just crazy, and I haven't even like leveled it. Like I haven't even like activated an Incarnon form. Now look at this. See that? I just need to stack it again. And there we go. Go back to exit. Alright. Let's put in some Zara's Whisper. It doesn't make a difference, but look at those numbers. Even though the weapon is very good, the Incarnon evolutions are very powerful, and the weapon works fabulously with this build, I still feel kinda bad how the punches chase effect is very avoidable in the game, and it's not really that good. Does that make the weapon any bad? I'll know. It does way too good. But that was it for myself. If you enjoyed the video, hit a like, share, and subscribe if you want to. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.